You know, sometimes the best laid plans go spectacularly wrong. Today, we're diving into one of history's biggest examples, a system designed to bring perfect peace and stability to the Roman Empire that instead plunged it into one of its most epic civil wars. So how on earth did a plan to save Rome end up almost destroying it? Let's get into it. So imagine you're in charge. This is the question facing the Roman Empire in the late 3rd century. We're talking decades of just pure chaos. Assassinations, rebellions, you name it. The empire was teetering on the edge of total collapse. It needed a fix, a big one, and it needed it fast. When Emperor Diocletian finally took the throne, he basically inherited a dumpster fire. The empire was just too massive, too unwieldy for one person to govern effectively. And worse, every ambitious general with a decent army saw the top job as a prize just waiting to be snatched. Diocletian he absolutely knew that if he didn't come up with a radical new system, Rome was going to tear itself to pieces. And his solution was the Tetrarchy. It literally means the rule of 4. And honestly, the idea was pretty revolutionary. He figured if the empire's too big for one man, let's split the job 4 ways. No more single point of failure. And this was the key, a clear, predictable line of succession. That was the dream anyway. So how is this thing actually supposed to work? Well, Diocletian set up this really clever structure with senior and junior emperors. It was all designed to manage the huge territories and, crucially, to make sure power could be handed over peacefully. Let's take a look at the blueprint. When you look at it like this, it seems almost foolproof, right? It's so logical. You've got 2 senior emperors, they're called the Augusti. You have Diocletian himself running the wealthy east and his trusted partner Maximian taking the west. Then, each of them adopts a junior emperor, a Caesar, to be their number 2 and eventual successor. So Galerius reported to Diocletian, and Constantius reported to Maximian. It's like a corporate succession plan, but for the entire Roman world. And then, just to prove his system worked, Diocletian did something absolutely no Roman emperor had ever done before. He quit. He just retired, voluntarily. He even twisted his co-emperor Maximian's arm to get him to step down too. This was it, the ultimate test of his creation. Power was supposed to just seamlessly transfer to the next guys in line. Yeah, about that, this is the exact moment where the whole brilliant plan starts to crumble. The very first succession, the thing it was designed for, exposed a fatal flaw that Diocletian just didn't see coming. Good old-fashioned human ambition. And here it is, the fatal mistake. The new top dog, Galerius, gets to promote the new junior Caesars. And who does he pick? His own guys, of course, Severus and Maximinus Daia. But in doing so, he deliberately skips over 2 incredibly powerful, ambitious men, Constantine, who was the son of the new Western emperor, and Maxentius, the son of the guy who just retired. This wasn't a simple oversight, oh no. This was a straight-up power play, and it basically lit the fuse on an imperial powder keg. So where does the first explosion happen? Way out on the edge of the empire, in Britain. And it's all thanks to the first of those sons who got snubbed. So Constantine's father, Constantius, dies while on campaign, and his army? They don't wait around for some memo from the other side of the empire. Nope. They do what Roman armies have always done. They raise their general up on their shields and declare him emperor right then and there. It just goes to show you, the old ways of gaining power, military strength and loyalty, they weren't dead at all. The official system was just completely bypassed. A furious Galerius had no choice but to accept Constantine as a junior Caesar, just to keep a lid on things. But while Galerius was trying to manage that crisis, an even bigger one was blowing up right in the heart of the empire. See, the people back in the city of Rome felt like they'd been sidelined by this new system of 4 capitals. And Maxentius, the other son who got passed over, he saw his chance. He whipped up all that local resentment, and, this is the key part, he got the Praetorian Guard on his side. You know, the emperor's personal bodyguards, the guys who could make or break you in Rome. With their backing, he just declared himself emperor. This wasn't some proclamation on a distant frontier. This was a full-blown rebellion in the capital city. The Tetrarchy's official response was, well, it was a total disaster. The legitimate Western emperor Severus marches on Rome to shut this rebellion down. But here's the problem. His troops had all served under Maxentius's dad, Maximian. So instead of fighting, they just started switching sides, whole legions of them. Severus was captured and, not long after, executed. And just like that, one of the 4 pillars of the Tetrarchy was just gone. So now the senior emperor Galerius is absolutely furious. He decides, fine, I'll handle this myself. He leads this massive army into Italy, but the whole invasion is a catastrophe. Maxentius is dug in, he's well defended, and Galerius' own soldiers really had no desire to go sack the ancient capital of the world. So Galerius, the most powerful man in the empire, is forced to make this shameful, humiliating retreat. At this point, the Tetrarchy is officially powerless. So Diocletian's beautiful, orderly machine for running the empire, it's now just a smoking ruin. All those neat little lines of succession have been completely erased. And in its place is a much simpler and much, much older game, a raw, winner-take-all battle for absolute control. The chessboard has been completely reset. On one side, you have Constantine. He's methodically building up his power in the West, Gaul, Britain, Spain, and he's got a professional, battle-hardened army that is fiercely loyal to him. And on the other side, you've got Maxentius, who seized Italy and North Africa, ruling more like a tyrant and making a lot of enemies. Both of them broke the system, and now they are on a collision course that nobody can stop. I mean, it's just so ironic. Diocletian's grand experiment to prevent civil war failed so spectacularly that it actually created the perfect conditions for the ultimate civil war. The stage was set for a conflict that wouldn't just decide who got to wear the purple robe, it would change the course of Western civilization forever. The only question left was, who would be the one undisputed master of Rome?